All right, this is the third part of the unboxing. And again, my glasses have so much glare. Well, it's been a long week. It's Friday and I am ultra tired, but I'm going to get through this and then I'm probably going to go straight to sleep. It's been a long week and I got a lot of exercise in. My quads are like killing me. But that's pretty typical. That's how they grow. But yeah, so I have a couple packages, but one of them is the Alphalete. I don't know what the other package is. I think it is from Adidas. I think I ordered a couple things. Yeah, let's get through this. This is the third and final package to be delivered. I purchased all my items on Saturday, the day of the sale. I had 4 total orders. And on Wednesday, I received orders number 1 and number 3. On Thursday, I received order number 4. And today, which is Friday, I'm receiving order number 2. Order number 2 was my largest and had the most items and is definitely the heaviest box. So let's get into it. This is the big giant box. The box came a little undamaged, or a little damaged. It looks like the top kind of cratered in. One of the things I noted with Alphalete is they don't use any filling. Is that the word? Uh-oh, it looks like my battery's about to die. Let me go ahead and switch to battery. It's a Friday. You know, it's crazy. Let me go ahead while we're at it. There's a better solution than batteries for my camcorder, but I haven't found it yet. So if anyone has a suggestion for that, let me know. I've tried to find some alternative AC kind of adapters to go in the back of the camcorder, but I just haven't found anything that doesn't have a review that says that it's gonna, cause damage. And it's hard to find the OEM version for my camcorder because I think it came out in like 2016. It's a Sony, oh gosh, I'll have to remember, but it's a pretty nice camcorder. I just don't, it's a little older, so it's hard to find the peripherals for it. Okay, but I got the box open. The live is recording. The sound is recording. Check, check. And we got our big giant box. Wow. It's a lot of items in here. Like I said, I'm pretty ultra tired because it's the end of the week, so I'm going to try to get through this way faster than my other lives that I've done this week, which have been an hour and 45 minutes. This one's going to be the fastest yet because I still have a lot to record on and edit on Saturday tomorrow. So I want to make sure I get lots of sleep. Don't skimp on recovery. I don't even remember ordering this one, but I must have ordered it. Again, everything I purchased is from the Alphalete birthday sale 2023 in February. I'm a size XXL, XXL in women's. And in men's, I like to order extra large. That fits pretty good on me. And these are a pair of joggers. Everything I ordered also for the sale was more than 50% off, so it can't be returned. Almost every item I got was in the 80 percentile because I was all about those sales. And because of my size, being the largest, that tended to be one that might have been like the last item. So I got some really good deep discounts. Trying to help out the brand, right? Let them clear out that warehouse. Same packaging, same tissue paper as before. This is a woman's item, and it is the oversized joggers. They don't honestly look that oversized to me for a triple XL. The weight of the fabric is really nice. It's not so thick that I couldn't wear them in the summer. They do have a fuzziness on the inside. So it is a knit kind of jersey material, very similar to, sweatpants. That's what they are. They have an interesting detail along the side of the leg. It is a stripe that is sewn down. It has like a double stitch, so it kind of looks like a piping. It's very interesting. It feels really good. And what I like about it is even though it's a stripe and it adds interest visually to the pants, when you have a stripe on the outside of a pant like that, it helps elongate your leg. So I love that they're doing that, but it's more modern. Instead of it being a white or a contrasting stripe, it's tone on tone. So you get the benefit of some added interest to your pants. It adds some structure to the pants. It adds, visual interest, elongates the leg, but it's more modern, 2020. I assume these came out in 2022 in that it's tone on tone. The bottom of the hem is just a simple cuff, but they put in a really thick elastic, probably an inch, maybe a 3/4 or an inch wide elastic. So I like that the elastic cuff is nice and chunky. It won't like cut into your ankle at all. And it looks plenty relaxed. So I'm very happy with that. The top of the pants have elastic, but what's nice about it is the elastic has stitching. I don't know if you've ever gotten a sweatpants and the elastic is not sewn in and it like twists inside the pocket where the elastic fits at the top of the waistband. This is not the case. This looks like probably a 2-inch wide elastic and it is stitched down twice. So it is going to stay in place. It's not going to roll on you. And within that, they were smart because they added the drawstring cord. And it's my favorite kind of drawstring cord. It's the kind of cord that doesn't have any stretch to it. So you can really get it nice and tight. So, even though these were triple XL, you could probably be like a size medium or a size large. Get this size sweatpants if they still have it in stock and just use the drawstring cord and it would be really cute on you. The gray color is beautiful. It does have a hanger tag, and this hanger tag, like the men's that I've opened up previously, has a safety pin attachment. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off because I'm not going to be returning it. These pants look awesome. I love the cord. I like the little drawstring. It's got a cool little cincher. You don't have to tie or do anything. It's got a little plastic adjuster on it, and that is super cool. It's on the outside of the joggers too, not on the inside. So that's more comfortable to wear. Yeah, and of course it's got pockets. The pockets don't have zippers. That's probably the only thing that they could have done to improve these. I really like the look of these joggers. No back pockets. I don't like back pockets on pants personally, but I do like pockets in the front. These joggers look perfect. I mean, I got them on such a good sale. It was kind of a no-brainer to get some gray joggers. I don't 100% remember what they look like in the picture, but they are on my order now that I'm looking at my order. So yeah. Okay. Well, first item's a win. I'll probably wear those plenty. Everyone needs some gray sweatpants. And my last pair of gray sweatpants, it was on its last leg. It was, they were looking rough. They were stained, pilling. I've had them for like 3 or 4 years. I can't even remember which brand I bought them, but I threw them out at Christmas. I did a lot of closet cleaning, and I because I've lost weight and everything, I've been waiting for some of the sales in the spring to get some clothes. So that's one of the reasons I took advantage of the Alphalete sale, because I was like, oh, I need some cool gym fits. All right, so my next package were the thongs. They came in the teeniest, tiniest, but super cute little package. Again, this is a thong in triple XL, which, just for regular clothing, I'm a size 16. So that kind of gives you an idea. I wear like a size 16, and let's think of some of the brands. Like Jones New York, Ralph Lauren. I'm trying to think of some of the brands that I wear. So that just gives you an idea of what size I am. All right, the thongs look super awesome. They're laser cut. I think Alphalete had released some new thongs, but I bought the thongs that were on sale. So of course they're going to be like these crazy colors. This one is a lime green. I think the color is called Frozen Spring. That's an interesting name. It's actually kind of the same color green as my scissors are, so it's kind of fun. Yeah, these thongs look really nice. They're just laser cut, raw hem. There's a little bit of stitching on the inside. What I like is it's got a little pocket in the front, and you can put this piece of foam, a triangle piece of foam, and it helps prevent the dreaded CT. So if you don't know what the CT is, just Google it in relation to CT leggings. And I'm sure plenty of things will pop up. But yeah, okay, this looks like a nice pair of thongs. Well, we'll have to reserve judgment until I try them on. But they look like they'll fit and be comfortable. All right, next item. I'm just grabbing randomly. Some of these, the package is already open. The zippered, excuse me, not zippered. The packaging for Alphalete for all the clothing items is like a Ziploc bag. So what I mean to say is the Ziploc seal was already opened on this one. So this item is the Surface Keyhole Bra in black, XXL. I wanted to get this bra because I just wanted a plain black bra to see how it would fit. Gotta be honest, most bras don't fit me, so I won't be surprised if none of these do, but they were all less than $10, and I figured I'd try them, and if they don't work out, I'll just put them on Poshmark and, I don't know, $5, you know. It's not too much of a loss for me. Someone else can hopefully use them if I can't use them. But these look really cute, and I watched some YouTube reviewers that had a larger chest, and they seemed to work out okay. So I was going to try it out. It's got a really pretty detail, and it's got this kind of like double strap design. So I think it adds a lot of compression. I don't know, looking at it in person, I don't think it's going to fit me, but I will try it on and we will see. It does have cut pads in it. And let's see, the cut pads come out at the top and they are color matched. So they are black inside of the black. And it's got some very discreet logo. In the front, it's just a small rubberized Alphalete. Overall, the bra looks really nice. I mean, if you're a size that like this is recommended for, it probably would be a good sports bra for you. I'm a little concerned it'll be too small for me, but really nice material. I like the feel of it. All right, on to the next. We're going to be going through fast. See, this is much faster than my other ones. All right, this item, I can already tell it's the cactus something or other. I already opened up the top that matches this. It was like a little cami top. That was on Wednesday night. So this is Women's Alpha Luxe Force legging. Okay, so this is the legging that matches the crop top. And it's in stained cactus green. I really love the green colors. The green colors are looking really nice from Alphalete. Very saturated. They don't look as good in photos. In person, it looks much better. Some things photograph better and some things look better in person. And at least for the green colorways, it's definitely been true that the in-person is better. And that's something that you wouldn't know unless you have a chance to see it in person. These look like they've never been out of the package. They were folded really nicely. The tissue paper was in there. They do have a little tag on them. Okay. Oh, and the branding on the back of these is tonal, tone on tone. So I like that subtleness. I like the feel of it too. It's got some glute contouring seams in the back. It reminds me, if you've ever ordered from Buff Bunny, their legacy legging that has a triple seam in the back. These Alpha Luxe have a double seam. It's not quite as curved or dramatic as the Buff Bunny ones, I think the Buff Bunny legacy leggings are just like a classic staple. But what's cool about these is they do have pockets on the side. And I do like pants leggings with a pocket. So I'm happy about that. It does look like there's quite a bit of seaming on these. It's got a lot of like contour seams. Sometimes it's nice to have seams that cut across the thigh because that actually helps hold the pants up and keeps them from slipping down. I will say in this colorway, it is almost so difficult to even notice the seams. So again, I just like how subtle everything is. It's well thought out and no front seam, and it's a straight across waistband. These are beautiful pants. So far, I'm really excited to try these on. If there's ever a release in the future year and it looks like a cool color in that type of pant, I'm already tempted, to be interested in it. That's kind of my point of ordering from the sale, was to just get an idea of the items that Alphalete puts out there. So then if a launch happens in the future, I'll feel really confident in what size I order and if I'm interested in that particular item or not. Sales are really good ways to get into a brand and kind of have the low risk of it because the price is cheaper. That's my shopping strategy. Okay, next item is the women's Alphalete Force short, and this is in Stain Cyclone Blue. Okay, so this is another bottoms to match a top that I opened up on Wednesday. Same thing, same kind of fabric, feels brushed, but not so brushed. It does kind of feel, there's a pant by Lululemon that has kind of similar feel to it. It feels nice. It's a nice texture. It doesn't feel super brushed, but it is a little brushed. That's not giving much information. Okay. Again, this is why you should buy things, is just to get a sense yourself in what they feel like. All I can really say is they feel nice. Oh, and they got pockets too. So the shorts literally look just like the leggings, but just shorter. So they have pockets. They have the double glute contour seams in the back. They have no front seam, and they have the tone-on-tone Alphalete logo on your lower back, and it is really pretty. The blue color is just so nice. I do really like it, and I'm really glad to have pockets. I purchased the shorts to wear for bedtime for sleep, but even if I'm just around my house, I like to have pockets for, my phone to slip into. All right, next item. This one, the bag is a little cracked open, the Ziploc at the top. It is Surface Limitless Bra, and this is a black oil stain. So this matches the shorts I opened up in a previous order. And this bra looks very kind of like strappy, basic, and it looks tiny. Is this a XXL? It doesn't look like it. Oh my gosh, it is. It says XXL there. This literally looks like a size medium. That does not look like XXL. I mean, I'm wondering if when they make these patterns, the only thing that they're changing is the width, and they're not actually putting more size vertically into the cups. Well, that's not good for me. I don't think that this will even cover half of my breast tissue. So that's disappointing because I think the bra looks super cool. I like the simplicity of the design, but I like in the back, it's got a little something, just a little something, a little crisscross detail, very minimal. And the straps are really thin and soft feeling, but they have adjustable straps. So that's just really nice. I really like the bra. I have low expectations for it fitting me, but I will try all this on tomorrow, bright and early when I'm feeling good and rested. And we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm willing to admit I'm wrong on occasion. All right, the next item here is women's Alphalete Force legging. This is the longer version. This is the 30-inch. Have you ever just had one of those days? It's not going your way. The battery died again. So I guess even though I thought I'd been charging the battery, I guess I didn't have it quite clicked in. So we'll see. I do have a third battery and it does say it's full. So we should be able to finish the live video. So I apologize. I need a little dancing graphic of technical error here. If you're listening in, that's what the pause in audio was for. All right, the next item that I'm opening is the women's Alphalete Force Legging 30 inches. So this is the longer version. I think the normal inseam length is 27. I'm 5'9", so I can sometimes get away with the, regular 27-inch, but because I'm 5'9" with a shorter torso, I can also order tall and like pants online. And I generally like to get the tall version if it is available. I like to have that extra room in the inseam. So I was excited that these were available. This was probably the very last pair because it was in the cement clay. And I thought the colorway was very pretty, very earth tone. I like earth tones. It looks nice. It's more subtle. And I like that the colorway for all these quote unquote stained Alphalete pieces is it's almost like a black tie-dye effect. And I love black t-shirts for the gym. So all of these bottoms, I feel like I could get an oversized black t-shirt and, that'll be a good look for me. That's my kind of go-to look to begin with. That's what I like. I like some kind of patterned pants on the bottom and then just a plain black t-shirt. So right now I'm looking at the pants. They look identical to the cactus ones that I opened up earlier with the double glute seams on the back. It's got the really pretty Alphalete logo, rubberized, tone on tone, same thing as the cactus. And the leg is just longer. And it is noticeably longer. You can see when I hold them up. They both have pockets, of course. It's the exact same pant. I didn't know ordering it what it was, but you can see at the bottom of the pant here, it's just a few extra inches, 3 inches. Obviously a 27 versus a 30-inch seam. We can all do the math, but it looks accurate. It looks like 3 inches are added. So that's nice. It was the last pair of these, and I had done kind of like some pre-scoping out of the website, and these pair of pants were on there, and I looked at them and I was like, it only extra, the triple XL was left in this colorway, and I was like, ooh, I bet there's only like one pair left, and I'm going to be that person to get it. So I was excited to be that person to get it. What I've noticed so far on the double XL seamless is, yeah, they're a little big on me. Honestly, I could have sized down to an extra large. I'm kind of shocked because when I looked at the recommended measurements and everything for my body, it looked like I was kind of in between sizes. And that doesn't surprise me. I'm kind of in between sizes for the Buff Bunny website. Gymshark, I'm not. I don't know. Those things run super small for the recommendations. But I do wear in the Whitney Simmons leggings, if you've tried any of those from Gymshark, I wear either an extra large or an extra large from Gymshark in those. So the seamless, since they're supposed to be really, really tight on you, I could have ordered the extra large. But I like having the extra fabric so that when you do squats, you know, it doesn't shear out. The pants weren't see-through at all. I was really happy with the performance of the pants. I wasn't looking for any kind of tummy control. I was just looking for something that almost felt like I wasn't wearing any pants at all. And honestly, wearing those to the gym, I kind of felt almost a little naked from the waist down because there was zero restriction. That's one nice thing. If you want kind of like that zero restriction feel and you want to just feel free, you know, from the waist below, those Alphalete Amplify leggings have no compression. And that can be a really good feel, you know, when you don't want any restriction, you want to see the full pump of your legs. I mean, they definitely did that. This material, on the other hand, I think does have a little compression to it. I'll have to wait till I try it on, these pants. And I will definitely make note when I do my video tomorrow and record. I'll do a comparison of the 27-inch versus the 30-inch inseam on someone like me who's 5'9", kind of in between in height. Oh, okay. Next item is a shirt, and it is Women's Essential Crop Top, Dusty Olive. I like this on the website. I thought the pictures were really nice. I just was trying to narrow down which colorway to order, and this Dusty Olive I got because I thought it kind of matched the dusty green of the Amplify legging. It does look like it will go well together with that. But I really like these crop tops, the design of them in the picture. I just wanted to see how it would look on me before I order a whole bunch of them. They look like they're going to be long enough to hit the top part of a legging, which is that sweet spot. You know, if you're a woman who buys a lot of athletic wear, you know it's the best kind of feeling that you get is when you have the tight high-waisted pants and then the crop top, and they just kind of have that perfect intersection where they just barely touch and kiss. You know, you don't actually show skin unless you move around a little bit, but it's mostly covered. That's kind of like a perfect feeling. And it's very flattering on most women's bodies. So here we go. Okay. It is flattering on most humans' bodies, I should say. It does have a hang tag on it with a little safety pin. I will go ahead and take that off, just like with the joggers, and put it aside. So far, the feeling of this shirt just kind of feels like a stretchy cotton. It's probably a polyester. Yeah, 94% cotton, 6% spandex. Oh, it's, you know, designed in the USA. Obviously, most clothing is made overseas. We know that. That's just kind of a thing. That's the nature of the supply chain for most products. But it looks really great. It's got a really cool little detail on, where is it? I'm trying to find where the Alphalete logo is on this. Is there no branding on it? Let me see. Okay, there it is. Wow, I really had to search on the t-shirt to find where they put the Alphalete. It is on the right sleeve by the sleeve cuff. That is very nice. It is a black sewn on embroidered name or, you know, branding. So it does kind of stand out if someone was to look at your sleeve. The only thing they could have done maybe is to do tone on tone, but it's kind of nice to have a little bit of contrast since they put it in such an out of the way location. It's not like in an obvious place on the shirt. It's in a, you know, a more subtle location, so they could go with a more dramatic branding. But it's still pretty small. I would say it's about a 1.5 inch Alphalete, so it's not super in your face. I like it. Yeah, and that actually, I got them to go with the dusty green Amplify leggings, but look, it really goes well with those cactus color, with the cactus color Amplify or Alpha Lux leggings. Yeah, I really like the green colors. I'm glad it was on sale. I'm not saying that everyone looks great in green. Sometimes that's a tricky color, whereas pink looks pretty complementary and flattering on most skin tones. especially like a rose color can look good on many, many people. But I like green. Okay, well, here we go. We got another item. It's the Surface Expanse Jogger. And it's in the color Desert Canvas Camo. Oh, this is my one camo item. Remember when like camo print was like wildly popular and like everyone was desperate for it? I still love the camo print. You know why? Because it hides stains and things like that. It's just a very practical print. I wanted to get these joggers because it's kind of that mix of jogger slash stretchy pant. Leggings. It's like jogger leggings. These aren't like a true jogger like the sweatpants were. So what that means is it's going to kind of fit in the waist like a legging. It's going to taper and kind of have more seams on it like a jogger pant. And it's going to be a little looser around the waist. Not the waist. I'm sorry. It's not the waist that's going to be loose. It's the, just below the waist where, the crotch area is more relaxed fit, which is really nice to just kind of walk around. I like that the joggers have these pockets, and it's not pockets like you would see on a legging where it's just sewn in on the side seam. These are pockets that look more face forward in the front, kind of like the sweatpants had pockets like that. So really nice. I like the size of the pocket. It hides my whole hand, like up to the wrist. So you could definitely put your keys, a big phone. I have, the iPhone Max Pro. That'll fit in here. And I like, again, the branding is very subtle in the back. It says Alphalete and it's tone on tone. And even though it says it's a camel print, it looks more like kind of a paintbrush, like a dry paintbrush. If you've ever done any kind of like furniture antiquing or anything like that for the theater, it honestly looks like that dry brush technique that you use when you're doing like backdrops for theater. Sorry, I guess that's kind of like a nerd thing to reference, but that's what it looks like. It doesn't even look like a camo print. I really like the way that the cuff is at the bottom of the leg. Yeah, I'm really happy with these. It's a nice neutral color too. I don't think, those pair of leggings are way above expectations. I think they were less than $13. I know they were less than $13. I don't know the exact math with all the discounts. But man, yeah, they look really nice. And it's a little darker in person, the colorway. On the website, I would have thought that the fabric would have been paler, like a lighter color. But in person, it looks like a tan, and it's got darker spots even. So I think that those are going to be really great pants. They're going to hide stains. I'm going to be able to wear those doing my grocery shopping, going to Costco, my normal mom chores around the house. So I really like those pants. Now I kind of wish I'd gotten 2 of them, but I think that was the only colorway left. I don't think they had any other colors in my size. So the next item is women's Alphalete Force Legging in Martian Red. Okay, this is a solid color. So I have the Alphalete legging in the 27-inch, in the 30-inch, that were in the stained kind of tie-dye pattern. And now these are just solid colors. And sometimes that appears different on your body. So it's kind of nice to see how they are. That's why I ended up getting, these 3 leggings, even though they're all technically the same legging. It has the same seams, same details. It's got the double glute stitches in the back, just like I mentioned previously, the curved little glute seams. It's got the Alphalete logo rubberized on the lower back, just like the other ones. It's got the stitching that goes across your thighs, but that's going to help keep the pants from sliding down. And these must be in the 27-inch. It didn't say if it was 27 or 30-inch, I don't think. Yeah, I don't see the inseam distinction on the bag, so it might not have had the option when you ordered it, but it looks like a 27-inch inseam. It does have a tag on the inside. Everything looks really nicely sewn and stitched. I haven't seen any errors on this, and the color is just very neutral. It's a neutral color. I think you could wear this anytime, and of course, it goes good with black. Everything will look good with a black t-shirt. Just give me some black t-shirts. That's all I need. All right, this is the next item. It is the women's ultra soft pinnacle tee, and it is in the color stone gray. I don't think it came in black, or I would have gotten black, or they didn't have it in my size. I got the XXL. So we will see what this looks like. Ooh, 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 this feels nice. Okay. This is really different than the other two. The other t-shirt kind of felt like a regular cotton stretchy t-shirt that you get for women, like, like a form-fitting t-shirt. This is like a much thinner material. That means it's going to show everything, but it's super stretchy. And that's because it is 83% nylon, 17% elastane. So no cotton. So that's why it's so stretchy. It has a slight chemical odor, kind of like some of the other items with the Amplify leggings sometimes had like a little bit of a chemical odor. That's just from the product itself. These are all petroleum based. And I think I already talked about that. There's nothing wrong with that. Most clothes have it in it. And that's what helps make it stretchy. Yeah, this thing has like zero compression. It feels super duper stretchy. And it's got a little bit of thickness to it, but it is thin. It's a thin material. Like if I was to compare it to the Amplify has like a much thicker feel to it when you're just in your hand, the hand feel. This is much even thinner. Looks super pretty. I'm glad I got it in the biggest size. It's got it says cropped, but this is not like an ultra crop top. This looks like the kind that's gonna meet right at where the high waist ends in your legging. And it's got a very revealing scoop neck, and then it has like a slight V. So, it's gonna show some cleavage. If you have cleavage to show, this crop top is gonna show it. I love the color. It's the stone gray. What a pretty color. That kind of neutral color I really like. I think gray can go with anything. You can match it with really bright bottoms, really neutral bottoms. That kind of gray has almost a warm hue to it. It's not a cool gray. It's a warm gray. So that's going to go really good with all those earth tones pants that I have. Like the Martian red is more of an earth tone. All right, next item is the Pulse Kinetic Legging in Cinnamon. Here's another earth tone for you. I think the cinnamon from the Pulse collection looks very, very similar to the Martian red in the Alphalete fabric. If I pause before saying all this, it's because I'm like having to think about like what I'm saying, because it's hard to remember all these names. Again, I'm impressed with all the athletes that can remember all these names, say them correctly. That's hard work. You never realize how hard it is for people to make YouTube videos until you try to do it yourself, and it's not easy. For example, my battery situation earlier. All right. Oh, this has a little hang tag. It's different hang tag than some of the other ones. I'm going to read and see if it says anything different. It doesn't say anything different. It's got some cursive on it. It just says Pulse on the cursive. So the tag's slightly different than some of the other tags I've gotten. And the size, instead of having 3XL, it just says the number 3, then XL. So that's just a little different. And the back branding is not tone on tone like with the Alphalete, which was more subtle. The Pulse collection has, or this pair of pants at least, in the Kinetic has the branding in rubberized white print. And again, it's at the small of the back. And it's in cursive. I like the cursive branding. I do think it's pretty. So I don't mind it being in white, I guess, because at least it's in the more interesting logo. Okay, well, there's only, a single seam in the back for the glute contour. It is a slightly curved into a point. That is flattering. Remember, none of these Alphalete leggings have a scrunch in the back, except for the Amplify leggings. That's the only scrunch butt, I believe. But just having a seam in the back of any of these leggings is going to give you some glute separation. And you can work the material around to, even though there's no scrunch, you can kind of work it in so that it appears to have more glute separation without the actual scrunch being in there. So that's another reason to kind of size up in pants, is so that there's plenty of fabric on the back to kind of help work its way in. And you, of course, got to wear a thong or be one of those girls that go commando. But that's not me. I'm not going commando. Maybe that's a mental block for me not to go commando. But I do need to at least have something. I need to have some kind of barrier. I really like these kinetic leggings. There were a couple of versions in the Pulse for leggings, and I chose to get the kinetic version of the Pulse leggings. I thought it was more flattering on the models on the website. And all I can say is, if a pant leg is not making those super attractive models look good, no way it's going to look good on me, right? Like, if those models are like a 10 out of 10 in attractiveness, I'm going to be on like a 2 out of 10, right? So I want to make sure it looks darn good on those models, because then I might look halfway decent. And this one also similar to the joggers that I mentioned earlier, with the kind of a panel stripe down the side of the pant and how that elongates your leg. These pants have the same kind of thing. It's a tone-on-tone stripe, and it's a kind of almost a triple stripe. But it's interesting because the seams that go down the side, there's 3 of them, but they're staggered in width. So that adds a lot of visual interest. Seams can go one or two ways. Some people really hate seams on leggings because it causes itchiness and discomfort, and they might not like the feel of the seams against their skin. On the other hand, seams add a lot of compression where you may want compression. They add visual interest to the pants. And I believe that these kind of flat lock seams, these look like flat lock seams. At least the center one's a flat lock. These other ones may be a sewn down version of a surge stitch. It's going to be really hard for me to show this, but I'm going to try on the camera. So the 2 outer seams appear to be, is it in focus? There we go. The 2 outer seams appear to be surge stitches that are then stitched down, and the center one appears to be a flat lock seam. But it's hard to tell. It is tough to tell. It is definitely, whatever sewing technique it is a different machine doing it with different thread. And you can tell that just looking at it. The thread looks slightly different. I'm sure there's a reason for it. The folks that come up with patterns like this, that went to design school, they know their stuff. They're smart people. I dabble in sewing, but I don't know all the ins and outs. Okay, the way that the pant is sewn around the waistline, it is interesting because the panel that I said that creates the stripe, if you look at the top of the waistband, it's not sewn down where the stripes are. And that's smart design. That's very smart design. That makes the waistband not feel as restrictive across where the panel is. And that's also going to give a nice smooth look for the stripe. So if you notice, the seam that goes around the waistband doesn't go across where the stripe is. That makes the stripe portion of the pant along the waistband much stretchier and more forgiving. That is smart. That is really smart. This is the kind of thing that I didn't see in any of the reviews online. I didn't see any of the details about the inside of the pants and how they're made. You know, Alphalete may have a reason for that, so that their designs don't get stolen and copied by, I don't know, like Amazon brands. But that is a smart little design there. You know what you could do? You could always hide a little thing up in there. I wouldn't call this a pocket. It's not a pocket, but you could use it like a pocket if you wanted to hide something up in there, like a key or a credit card. That's about the size for it. Otherwise, there are no pockets on this thing. No pockets anywhere. And some people don't like pockets, but I feel like if you're going to have a ton of seams on a legging, why not add in a pocket? You can tell whoever designed this legging just wanted a very smooth, straight stripe on the side. No front seam, though. Absolutely no front seam. Yeah, I like those pants. I can't wait to try it on. This is like the only, so far of all the fabrics, this Pulse fabric feels the highest compression. And that's what I want when I'm running. And I do run on the treadmill at about the 4 to 4.5 miles per hour, just to give you like an idea. I know I'm not the fastest. Whatever. But, you know, I do like to jog. You know, I actually have to kind of have that jog motion. And I want something to kind of help hold my body in and the waist to stay up when I do that. I have started I added in running into my weekly exercise plan, because honestly, my cardio, it just wasn't doing it. I need to come up with something better for cardio. I was doing jump rope, but that's really hard, that vertical jumping up and down on joints. But the running on the treadmill, and I got some new shoes. I got the Boston Marathon, I think is what it's called, Adidas sneakers. Those things are super cushion. And I haven't had any bad feeling in my knees and my hips and my ankles running in those. Those are some great shoes. I didn't know how good and how badly I needed a good pair of running shoes until I started running. I suggest if you're over 200 pounds, the best investment you can make, you know, and you're going to start doing some cardio like running, you need to buy yourself a good pair of shoes that has a lot of cushion, because your joints your joints are gonna, it's kind of like doing weightlifting, right? You have the elbow sleeves, you have the knee sleeves, you got your wrist protectors on. You know, you got to protect your joints here. All right, on to the next item. Here we go. We got the Surface Power Legging. Oh, it's in the black oil stain. So I already opened up the bralette that was in the oil stain, and this is in the Surface material. It's brushed, but it's thinner, I guess is the best way to say it, than the Alphalete. On the website for Alphalete, it kind of has these top 4 collections. It's got the Seamless collection, the Alphalete collection, the Surface collection, and then the Pulse. That's kind of like their top 4 that had the most items. And so, of course, it had the most items on sale. So when I was trying to find items, I was trying to look for those, items in those categories, in those collections, so that if they get released, coming up in 2023, 2024, I have some idea how those will fit me, how the fabric feels, what have you. Wow. Okay, these pants, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. They're so minimal. They don't have all the crazy seaming of the Alphalete pants. There is just this one seam that kind of curves around the glutes, curves around the glutes, comes around the back of the thigh, and then across your calf in the back, and then down your inner calf all the way to the ankle. That is such an interesting pattern. Wow, I am so impressed. That is really interesting. I didn't expect it to be that nice. That is a complicated design. I can only imagine coming up with a pattern for that and how much material it uses to manufacture, because it does, of course, in the front, it's seamless. So you're thinking when you're cutting out this pattern from, you know, the large bolts of cloth that they have, that is quite an expensive cut to make on the fabric. That is interesting. Of course, they use computers now to like optimize the cut so that there's minimal waste on these big bolts of fabric when they're cutting it. It's actually why it's quite expensive to do 2 different lengths of leggings, because you're having a whole extra cost in coming up with the computer modeling of like how they're going to do the cuts and optimize the efficiency so that it has minimal waste. You have to do all these extra calculations for, you know, thread that's needed. It's a lot of work to come out with this stuff. I only know that just from like my engineering days. And by the way, I have never worked in the clothing garment industry or anything like that, but I am a process engineer. That's my degree. And even though my specialty was in pharmaceuticals, I certainly can understand process for basically making anything. It's the joy of having an interesting undergraduate. I encourage everyone to consider those free online courses. I think Harvard and like MIT, they put out like free online engineering courses. You don't have to even pay to go basically to an Ivy League school, and anyone can do it. I think those engineering courses help everyone and anyone, and they're free. I mean, it's amazing. If you have the time, why not? You're basically auditing, you know, top tier college level courses. I started doing that for some computer programming just because I wanted to learn, you know, Python. Okay, so these surface leggings, I'm super impressed with. They have a very subtle logo in the back of the Alphalete on the lower back. It is that rubberized font in the block letters. It is a shade of gray, so it does stand out, but it's subtle. It's the same color gray as the interior fabric of the print. This is a print. It is not a dye, so it won't mess up in the wash, but it looks tie-dyed. The print is absolutely beautiful. I had some shorts that I opened up on Wednesday, and I did sleep in them, and they felt amazing as little sleep shorts. They were super short, and they definitely rolled up over my thighs like everything does. But man, they felt super good. So I can tell you right now, these pants right here, so far they're my absolute favorite pants. I would say they're even better than the Amplify pants. I really like this surface. It's a very it's a lower compression pant. It's not as low as that Amplify leggings. Of course, those are I would call those zero compression pants. They're going to show a pump. Like that's why the Alphalete or Amplify leggings are so popular, I think, is because they really show the pump of your muscles when you're doing a low body day. But I like these surface pants because they're on the lower end of compression, but they have some compression in them still. So yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I love those. It does look like they have a 27-inch inseam and not a 30-inch. You never know how that's really going to look though until you try them on. So we'll see how it is. Sometimes the vertical stretch can change and adjust. Okay. The next item is, again, it's another pinnacle tee. Kind of like I opened up a gray pinnacle tee. This is the white color. All right. It is white. Yeah, this is crisp. Okay, so I'm wearing the white Alphalete hat right now. So let's see. Wow, it's even whiter than the hat. It's bright white. Well, I'll tell you, it is so white and it is so thin. Whatever sports bra you're wearing, 100% is going to be see-through. I will probably wear, I don't know what I'm going to wear under this. I honestly think if you're going to wear a white t-shirt and you already know the bra is going to show through, just go with the solid black. I don't know. I think that looks cool. You know, what do you think? Yeah, solid black under a white t-shirt and then maybe like those oil stained leggings. That's a look. All right, next item is the women's Velocity tee in sour tangerine. I don't know how they come up with these names. Like the oil stain. I don't like just saying the name stained and things. I don't want clothes that are stained. I really feel like they could have come up with anything other than sour. But I don't know, maybe that's appealing to Generation Z. I am a millennial, so maybe I'm a little too old. I don't know. I don't like names of things that invoke some kind of negative feeling, if that makes any sense to anyone. Oh, wow, these actually came with a little desiccant in it, a little desiccant pack. Maybe folks don't know that word, desiccant. Think of the desert. It's dry. So the desiccant dries out things so that there's no moisture. So I'm wondering if there's something about this tea that needs to be low moisture. Let's see if it's got a little fabric composition on here. No, it's 95% cotton, 5% elastane. Oh, but it's got a mesh inset. Okay. Wow, I did not know it was going to have mesh in it. Ooh, that is going to, oh, the entire back panel is done in mesh. Oh, and there's quite a bit of seaming. I tell you, you know, you're really getting your money's worth. These were, I think this t-shirt again was less than $10 for me to buy. Now I kind of wish I had gotten more. Maybe I did. I haven't finished opening up. I still have several packages, but we're more than halfway through in case you're keeping up. Let's see what time we're at. Ooh, 57 minutes. Okay. I gotta do this faster. You know, you see, I'm getting a little energy and excited because I'm opening up things. It is fun. I will tell you the sleeves on this. There were some comments online. I watched some of the reviews and like people didn't like this, the way the sleeve is. I like the length of this sleeve and where it cuts off. It is literally a raw edge. And so it's going to roll up a little bit. I love that. To me, it's like a muscle tank and it hits right on this one part of your shoulder to make your shoulders look larger. Some people aren't going to like that. I have really large shoulders. I'm going to fill out this. See? And then my arm will still keep going. That's going to just make my arms, like on an arm day, this is going to look great. This is going to show you your arm pump. So if you're doing an upper body day and you're working on those delts, you know, your shoulders, your, you know, if you're having an arm day, I don't know. I kind of do like a back arm day, if that makes any sense. But I like to have that kind of like shoulder pump. I've been trying to do more to build up my, I think these are your delts right here. I don't have a lot of development on my delts other than just naturally from just carrying a lot of things as a mom. What is it? Everyone talks about doing the farm carries. I'm like, that's my everyday life. I don't need to do it. I have massive traps just naturally. I don't do anything to work on my traps. And they're like right now, I don't even have a pump and it's like solid muscle right here. So some people have to work on it, or you can just be someone who carries a lot of stuff, constantly picking up a wiggling 40-pound toddler and groceries and carrying everything else. You're just constantly schlepping stuff up and downstairs. You're going to be building up some upper body. But I'm going to try to build up even more on my shoulders. I'd like them to be even wider and even stronger if I can. If anyone's got any tips on that, I would appreciate it. Most of what I see is like kind of geared towards men or dudes, but I watch those videos because a lot of times they're trying to target the same muscle groups that I'm trying to target, especially with my upper body. This tangerine looks super pretty. I love the color. It looked brighter orange in the picture. In person, it looks more muted and nice. The seam at the bottom has some very interesting detail to it. It has kind of like in a shower curtain liner. You know how the fabric shower curtain liner has like some extra stitching at the bottom to add some weight to it? That's kind of what they did here. So it's like a double rolled hem and then even an extra stitch above it. So the hem is like at least maybe half an inch to 3/4, and it has some weight to it. That's very nice because it helps hold the t-shirt down when you're working out. And it's got a very subtle scoop, which is super flattering on the front and back. What a well-constructed shirt. That is nice. And it's got the subtle A logo. Is a logo in reflective print? No. Okay. That's the only thing I would change. I'd make it reflective. But it is that kind of nice, soft, rubberized. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, I like that shirt. Maybe I ordered more of them. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I did order more of that t-shirt. So this is the exact same shirt in black. And it is like, so far, some of the other black things I've opened have been articles of clothing, have been almost like a faded black. This is like saturated black, very dark. Wow, so pretty. This will probably be what I wear the most at the gym. It's just a regular black t-shirt, only because that's what I wear most of the time at the gym now is a black t-shirt. But I like this one because it's going to be kind of have that muscle pump showing more the way that the sleeves cut off. So it is kind of more like a muscle tank. That'll be more comfortable in the summertime, especially with this all mesh back. Wow, these tees are super nice. And these are the Velocity tees. The tag's giant, needs to be cut out the neck instead of like a printed. I guess they couldn't print because it was the mesh. So yeah, you got to cut the tag off. The tag with the wash and care. I don't know how it recommends to wash. I don't often read those because honestly, I'm going to do a normal wash for my clothes and a normal dry cycle. And if they don't survive, I throw them in the trash because my life is too stressful, too busy. I have a full-time job, a part-time job, so many side hustles, and I take care of a toddler that has special needs. My life is like as busy as you can imagine someone's life to be. I don't have time to hang dry or to treat things gentle. And I will give you a review at the end of this on the Amplify leggings because guess what? I wore them to the gym and I washed them. So, okay, so here we go. We got the Velocity tee again, and this time it's in colorway resin, but it looks white. I guess resin is white, and I'm looking at it. It looks just like the orange one, just like the black one, except the logo this time is in black. It's a black rubberized A symbol. If I am looking at this, they call it resin, but it's as white. Is it as white as the hat from Alphalete that I'm wearing? In person, it's tough to tell with all the lighting. And then let's look at that other t-shirt that also said white. Let's just see them all together and see what we think. It is slightly a different color. Is it a different color? That's one, that's the other. I don't know. Honestly, it looks white. By the way, resin, I don't know what resin they're referring to because when I think of the color resin, I think of ballet. When I was a point dancer, when I did, point in ballet, it's point shoes. That's when ballerinas go up on the toes. Essentially, it's a special kind of shoe that you wear to dance in. I was literally weighed half as much as I do now. I couldn't imagine my toes holding up my weight. You need to be thin as a ballerina because your feet would just struggle if you weren't. But that was a great time in my life. Anyway, resin is necessary as a ballerina because your point shoes are quite slippery. and you don't want to slip as a ballerina. It's quite dangerous, actually. And so they use an item of resin on the bottom and especially on the point of your point shoe. Even though you're spinning and making turns, you need resin to have some friction. So that's what resin does. It comes in this crystallized form. It's from a tree. Resin is like, just like maple syrup is tapped from a tree. Resin is tapped from a plant, I believe a tree. I don't know. I'll have to Google it and see. But I know it's a plant-based material. And then the resin is super, super dried out. And then it comes in like these crystal blocks, and then you crush it under your point shoe, and it allows you to have friction so that you can, perform and dance without sliding all over the stage or your practice, where you practice point before you actually do any performances. Well, that resin is a very deep, dark amber, almost orange color. So I'm kind of shocked that they're calling white a resin, but maybe there's some other resin out there that I just don't know about. If you know, just please tell me. I'm always interested in learning more in life. Oh, I have a couple more pairs of thongs. We got color tangerine, okay, and we have colorway brown. And the tangerine looks like a fluorescent orange, to be honest. And the brown looks super dark chocolate. So I'm excited to have some thongs to try on. Let me go ahead and add them to my thong drawer back here. Thongs under leggings is something that I only recently started doing. It was kind of a weird sensation to me to do, but it looks better. It makes the legging look more complementary to your body. And what I learned is that a lot of these modern thongs feel so much better than back when I was wearing them in college. Those thongs were like wildly uncomfortable in the early 2000s when they were popular, where you wore the low-rise jean and then you'd have your thong go outside on the top and the back. And so you would kind of make it so in college, like, so when you leaned forward, people could see your thong. So of course everyone had like wild colors. I hope that doesn't come back. I hope that never becomes popular again. What a time in life and fashion. All right, so here is the surface bra, similar to the black one that I opened up previously. It's got this interesting keyhole design in the front. It's the same surface material as the leggings that were in oil stained. It has the logo in the front in that gray color. I just hope they fit me. I'll have to try these on and see. It looks well made, well constructed. It obviously matches with the leggings, so I really hope that it fits. It does look like this one has more hope than the other oil stained bra that I opened up at the beginning of this unboxing. And here we are. We're at the very last item. Very last item of all four orders. Finally, we're reaching it. We're into 1 hour and 8 minutes. I don't know 100% why I ordered this, other than I didn't own a black raincoat. I have like other raincoats in different colors. And I was like, I don't have just a plain black one. So I was like, here it is. It's like, ridiculously discounted. Let's see. The name of the product is, it's a Women's Infinity Explorer jacket in black. And I just thought, what a nice basic item to have for the spring. And I really like black. And I didn't have anything in black already. And I kind of just wanted this basic. It's just a basic item to have. It's very shiny. I would say it looks kind of like a windbreaker. It's got all the tissue paper and desiccant falling out as I'm opening it. It is solid black. It's got a white logo on the left chest. It is very small. It's not like a very large logo. It's like maybe 3 inches width, something like that. But it's kind of narrow, so that looks nice. The zipper has its own pull. It's not a custom zipper. I kind of wish Alphalete made their own little customized zipper pulls with their logo or something, that would be kind of nice to have something custom. But of course that costs time and money. Everything's time and money. It's the same kind of thing I could say about the lining. The lining is just a plain black, but I kind of love it when companies make custom lining material and you could have the same custom lining done with your logo on the inside, kind of like, think of like Louis Vuitton or some of those other premium brands. Burberry does it, where they have the lining of their jackets custom to the brand. So it could be a pattern that they just use as lining and everything, or it can be a logo on the inside. That would be something that Alphalete could incorporate and do just to kind of make the jackets a little bit special, so that when you're wearing it, it kind of, you know, when someone has it unzipped and it's kind of flying open, that inner lining that shows off the brand kind of flashes. It's kind of like a subtle way of doing branding. And I feel like that's very popular. I feel like a lot of today's fashion, like that is something even premium brands do for regular streetwear. I'm just checking to see if it zips up over me. So I ordered this in the largest size and I needed it. It is tightest across the chest. That's my widest measurement, is my chest. But so far, I really like this jacket. It feels very comfy. It's not too restrictive in my arms. I have like 15-inch biceps. And I mean, a lot of times, jackets especially will get very tight in this measurement right here. But this material, you see there's like some extra room. I do have really long arms and the sleeves are a little short on me. I would have probably liked a longer arm on this, but you know, it's long enough. When my arm isn't flexed or, you know, bent, it's still hitting like just above my wrist bone. So it feels good. It's got elastic at the wrist. It's not too tight. It's not restrictive. It actually does not restrict against my skin at all. It's maybe got enough of a gap I can fit 4 fingers. So that's pretty nice. I like the feel of this. This is very light. It is literally just a windbreaker. You could go running and jogging in this outside, and that would be really, I think that's what I might be doing for my exercise. Tomorrow it's raining, so I won't be doing it tomorrow, but I could do it on Sunday and try it out. The zipper feels really good. It's got zippered pockets. It's got 2 pockets on the front. Oh, one of the zippers doesn't want to go down. There you go. Yeah. Okay. The pockets are nice and big. Okay. Yeah. A final item looks really good. Does it have a hood? Oh, it's got a hood. I didn't even realize it was going to have a hood. Let's see. Yeah. Does it have hood pulls? Yeah. You can cinch the hood down too. So I guess you can go running in the rain with this. It's not just a windbreaker. Yeah. So this could be a good item for me to try. I don't honestly like to go running in the rain, but if you did, or you just happen to have to go from the gym to your car, which is probably more likely, this is like a really great, super ultra lightweight jacket to just like have in your gym bag at all times. Yeah, I kind of wish I had gotten all 3 colors. I honestly, instead of getting the black, I almost ordered the tan color or gold color, whatever it was. And I'm feeling some regret. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling a little regret that I didn't get it. But the black is awesome. Wow. See, this is another one of those items that I would never have thought to order or try or think would be a good quality, you know, other than just the sale and like just trying it out. I don't think I found any videos that reviewed the jacket. Maybe there was one out there and I didn't find it, but I tried to watch as many of the previous launch videos as I could to try to get like an idea. And the jacket was an item that I really thought about. It does have some seams on the arm, but you know, I didn't feel it when I had the jacket on. So it has a couple seams, I guess you could say, are body contouring seams, but they're very subtle and I didn't even notice them when I had the jacket on. The front's very plain. Oh, it's got a cord to cinch your waist in. If you wanted to have that look, it's just a bungee cord. Okay. Wow. Well, what can I say? I can't even count the number of items, but I think we had said the other day it was over 69 items that I ordered. And that was across 3 days of receiving my deliveries. Again, I live in a metropolitan area right next to a international airport. So even though the items were coming from Texas, I live within the continental United States. And these items came within a week of ordering them. I'm very impressed because I know there were probably thousands of orders, and I received all of my items. Nothing in this unboxing, which was the second order, which had the most items, nothing in this order appears to be defective. The order itself was accurate to what I was expecting to receive based on, my order receipt. And all of the items either met expectations or exceeded them. So I'm very happy. My overall impression of Alphalete as a sportswear brand is positive. And I would recommend people to try them out and see some of their items. I would try out one of those top 4 collections. Like I said, you can try out something from their Seamless collection, something from their Alpha Lux collection, something from their Surface or their Pulse. I think so far, just initially, my favorite fabrics from them have been from the Amplify collection with those leggings and the Surface collection. I love the feel of that fabric in particular. And I really like the colorway of the oil stained. That I just thought was the best pattern. Of course, I like it because it'll hide stains or, whatever on your pants, because that happens. Some other standout items to me were what was it yesterday? Those little towels. I used that today to clean off my glasses. Man, you're not going to get a better glasses cleaner material than those little towels. Those are like killer. I love that. And that's like an everyday use item that has nothing to do with the gym, but it's just useful. So let's get to the wear, tear, washing of the Amplify leggings. So obviously I just opened up the Amplify leggings on Wednesday night. I did a full hour at the gym plus some on Thursday. I did weightlifting. I did running. Those pants are not for running in. I'm not saying you can't run in them, but I don't recommend it. It's not that they slip down at all. It's just, I guess it's the same version as free balling. That's kind of what it felt like running in them. Again, they have zero compression. And I like a little compression in my running if I am going to run. So the pants I wore in a dark color. I noticed, I didn't notice any snagging. There wasn't any pulling. I didn't have any seams popping. It's probably because I ordered a size larger. I had the 2XL, probably could have worn the XL for my size and it'd be a lot more tight. Maybe if you size down, it gives you that compression. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out in the future. Maybe I'll be willing to get an XL version just to try it out. So today, on Friday, this morning, I went ahead and put them in a bag. Let's see. Let me get them. Yeah, here you go. I went ahead and put them in a, I call it like a delicate garment bag. I just put everything in this, like my sports clothing, if I have pantyhose, thongs, my sports bras and regular bras. I always put them in like one of these bags. Number one, it makes it easy to find them. So especially with thongs, you don't want them to get like stuck up in the washer. But I just do it so the other clothes that are being washed don't snag or pull on the item of clothing. And I have a special kind of washer dryer. So I have an LG. It has a direct inverter. So you actually wash and dry in the same machine. There's no switching from washer to dryer. There's positives and negatives of that. That's for another episode. What I will say is, because it has an inverter that dries, the way that it dries clothes is actually with steam, which is similar to how dry cleaners do it. So it's very gentle on fabrics and your clothes last longer, but it also means that you can wash and dry most leggings, even though it doesn't recommend you to dry them. So yes, I put in my brand new Amplify leggings, washed and dried them. And let's see what they look like. They look exactly like they did before I put them in. They're brand new. And they smell good. Yeah, okay. Well, I think if you have one of those direct drive all-in-one washer dryer combos, it is what they use in Europe and other places. I like it because it prevents the fire hazard of the lint. You don't have a dryer vent because, again, it doesn't need it. It uses steam to dry your clothes. Doesn't that sound counterintuitive? It's really interesting technology. And of course, there's YouTube videos about it. LG has like, I think, a 1 or 2 minute video. It's kind of cool to watch. If you have a ton of athletic wear and you are washing a lot of laundry, I can tell you that machine saves my life, because I can start a load of laundry before I go to work. I get home from work, it's all dried, I can fold it. I can put in another load of laundry. It's washed and dry by the morning when I wake up. And that is how even I, as just a single person with a lot of laundry from going to work, working out, my pajamas, and then of course my toddler creates a ton of laundry. That's how I keep up in a week. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming to keep up with laundry. And I can tell you, if you can find a used one or if you can buy one, I highly recommend it, because look, it did great with these Amplifies. People were saying online that you got to like baby these things. You got to like hang them up to dry. Honestly, I just can't. I don't have the time for that. I'm willing to put them in one of those little, garment bags, these little mesh bags you can buy. These are actually from another sportswear brand, but you can buy these online on Amazon, from Walmart, Target. These are just those little bags. Just get a small one. You can put your leggings in them, wash them up. Yeah, those turned out perfect. Okay, I'm very happy. I would definitely recommend trying out Alphalete as a plus size person. If you liked any of the items that I unboxed so far, I have a very positive feeling about them. I am going to try these on so you can kind of see how they look on my body. Just because I like the way I feel in something, they might not necessarily visually look great on me. I'm especially nervous about all these tops and bras, but I'm willing to try it out. But as far as the leggings go, I'm so far liking the leggings. And I think it's at least worth trying out. I think Alphalete does have a return policy that's fair. I have not personally gone through the effort of a return for them, so that's something that might consider in the future. None of the items I purchased, because they were so heavily discounted, can be returned. Not that I would return them, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So far, I have a really positive impression. Yeah, I'm super happy. It's been such a long week. Honestly, I needed something happy. There's been a lot going on in the world this week. I know everyone thinks about that. I'm a very grateful person for my life and for the many good things in my life. I'm going to tear up. I'll tell you, I listened to NPR on the way home from work during my commute, and I do make sure to always listen to world news, because I want to be a person that is connected to the world. Even though I don't know anyone in Turkey or Syria, I think about the folks that are dealing with the fallout from the the tremors and everything from the earthquake that happened there. And it is hard. It's hard to listen to. It's hard to listen to the news out of Ukraine. It's hard to listen out into the news happening all over the world. And even sometimes right here in the US, it can be really hard to listen. But I encourage anyone who is an adult, no matter how hard your week is, no matter how hard things may be in your life, it is going to help you grow as a person to at least take 30 minutes, an hour maybe, every week to kind of catch up on world news and think about it. So tomorrow's podcast is not going to be about athletic wear, as much fun as it is to do some unboxing. I'm going to actually cover kind of a summary of the week's news, and it's going to be some happy news, and it might be a little bit of sad news because, life isn't perfect. But that doesn't mean that we can't have an optimistic growth mindset, and things can be better. Things can be. And that's an important thing, no matter how tough your week is, no matter how hard it is sometimes to feel motivated to go to the gym. And I personally have had whole years of my life where physical activity, I avoided it. Like, I can't even tell you. And my body is paying the price of that choice. It's a hard thing to be motivated, to stay motivated, to have that level of discipline. I can tell you, just as an older person, maybe you're younger than me, maybe you're older than me, but just someone, sometimes you just have to push through. And once you push through, you're looking at it, a month later, a year later, and you reflect back and you're like, I'm really glad. I'm really glad, even on those hard days, even on those days I felt really discouraged, I felt really sad. I still went. I still took that time to take care of my body. I made that choice. I made that decision. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself so you can take care of others, right? But it is a place of privilege. Not everyone has the access financially, where they are located. They don't have the time because of other responsibilities on them. So as much as I love the gym and I want to encourage people to go to the gym, that might not be an option for you. There are so many other things that you can do in your day to think about doing something physical, something fun and physical. It doesn't have to be the gym. It doesn't have to be running. It doesn't have to be a sport. It can be just whatever you think is fun in your house. Like maybe you like, I don't know, like a Taylor Swift song or something, and you just want to like dance. Maybe you want to hear some Lizzo and just, dance in your living room. I think that even that small amount of time for yourself that's like physically moving your body, it adds so much mentally to your mental health, just to have that release. So hopefully those are some wise words and I won't like regret saying it. Not everyone has the ability to move, and it is a blessing to have your body as it is. It's one of the things, as I've gotten older, I have really appreciated my body more and more. Even though I don't look the same way that I did when I was younger, I was a very attractive young woman. And I received a lot of attention because of how attractive I was. But I'm, much older, 15, 20 years past that time in my life. And yet I feel happier with my body, more confident in my body than ever in my whole life. And you wouldn't think it by looking at me, but it's what I feel on the inside. So I just encourage everyone to never feel negative about themselves and to be happy and proud of what they can do, even if all they can do is just get up and dance. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye for tonight. Happy unboxing. I hope anyone has any comments, please put them below. I'm trying and learning how to do these podcasts on YouTube. So any advice for that, I would gladly welcome, please. So have a great weekend. Okay, bye.